What's going on at Slytiger Survival? And I had mentioned that I had some workers at my house, and lately there's only like two guys, sometimes three, and lately I have had just one a lot of the times. Today it was the this it's an actual medical doctor doing my bathroom and tiling it and doing the plumbing stuff. He got sick of being a medical doctor. He said he lost 20 people in one night, and some due to a cartel shootout. So I just found out he was a medical doctor today. He's a nice dude, but he had a guy working for him. You could tell he's had a hard life, and he's a drunk, and he looks shady and everything. And so today he was here, and he's kind of bullshitting around, to be honest. He needs to be supervised, and he's one of those guys that'll work their asses off if they have direction, kind of like a lot of military people. And he asked me for money to take the bus back, and I knew he drank a lot, so I didn't care if he drank, while he's doing his shit. And I started getting weird vibes from him. I used to do drugs and shit, and I get like this sixth sense when someone's kind of being strange or up to something. Kind of like the same feeling I get before I know I'm gonna get ambushed in a combat zone. It's like a spider sense or some shit, I guess, so to speak. And so I gave him $2 to take the city bus back home, and I dropped him off and came back, and I noticed my wallet was missing. So I get in the car, I take my kids because I can't leave them home alone because my wife's out of town, and I grab my gun and a few mags and a knife and just in case. And I confront this guy where I dropped him off. I mean, I hauled supreme crazy ass back to where I dropped him off in case he left. So I make him get in the car, and I said a few unkind things, and so this guy comes back, and I'm trying to give him the opportunity to give me back my shit or help me look for it. Is what he volunteered to do. And I was trying to give him the opportunity to just make my wallet magically appear. And so it was crazy. I shouldn't have done it the way I did, but anyway, his boss, the medical doctor, comes in, and I tell him what the hell is going on, and begin ripping my house apart looking for my wallet that has my IDs and everything. And so he tells me, the medical doctor guy that's doing the tile tells me to call the police, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to call the police, but it sure as hell my wallet magically disappeared and is not where it normally is. And so I told him, either I'm the biggest dickhead, and if, I do find my wallet and I'm wrong, I am in debt to you, and I will definitely apologize. And I told him, if you fork it over and come be honest with me, blah, 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 I swear to God, I'm not going to fuck with you. I just need my shit because I have a prescription I need my ID for, and my wife's out of town, or else I wouldn't be tripping out. So anyway, his boss tells me just to call the police. In 14 years, they've never had that problem, and it'd just be better all around. And the guy told me he was moving, and he had asked me for money, and this is all the reason why I thought he took my shit. And I've had someone, when I did drugs, do the same thing with my wallet. And they just took the money, and anyway, it was a long time ago. But anyway, so I start looking all over in my house, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to call the police because I have to have my shit. I'm not about to go through withdrawals or whatever for being without my prescription. And anyway, so I call the cops. They come. They don't do shit. They just pretty much say, they're like, if we leave here, I don't want you killing this guy or whatever. So I'm sure you don't want him back in your house after this, and I'm sure you don't want them to finish the work. And I'm like, hell no, I don't. And so they left, and I give this guy one more opportunity before I kick his ass out of my fucking house. And so I go into the kitchen, and I'm trying to give the dude space to give me back my shit. And I open up the freezer, and I find my fucking wallet sitting there. And it dawned on me, I remembered that I had put it in there because it had a prescription in there that would melt, and I had put it in my car, and it got hot, and I was afraid it was going to melt, so I put it in a freezer. So I felt like a dickhead. I got him a case of beer and a pack of cigarettes, and I took him all the way across town over the mountain to his house. So just because someone looks shady and acts kind of shady does not mean that they're trying to fuck you over. And I definitely felt like an asshole. I mean, I hate to call the cops on someone, but I really felt like I had to maybe get my shit back. So yeah, lesson learned. I was being a dickhead, but I really feel bad for treating that guy like that. He literally was trying to help me find my wallet. And so anyway, don't accuse people of shit unless you absolutely know it's them. This is Slytiger. Thanks for listening.